And they're going to go for a pretty early Viper pick.
Viper.
I was kind of
You think
expected...
that's early?
Well, I mean... No, maybe not. Maybe this not early, but Viper pick too. Yeah, I'll adjust that. But what I was going to say
Sorry.
is, I thought they were going to go for a Pangolier considering how they banned out the Bloodseeker, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess they just decided to change their mind and pick up the Viper instead.
Yeah, so now they have a range core and a melee core. They have a decent mix of magical and physical damage. Of course, they don't really have any burst. And they're also rather light on the control, which is where Yudi Vessuwan, give a thumbs up and pick the Lycan. And Lycan looks strong. Both in the offlane as well as in the carry position, we've seen Alliance have some pretty insane turnarounds on the back of a Lycan. But there's a lot more teams who have been picking it up recently, and now Spawn Team's like, okay, no more of the push. Don't do that. Just the Lycan we can probably address with the last pick.
Yeah, and it's if the Lone Druid is on top of that, towers would not last long at all. Just getting relentlessly pushed down. I suppose I was going to say Death Prophet could be a good pickup to help that push, but it's actually already been banned out there from Spawn Team. So with this Viper pick, do you think that's like guaranteed to be off laner, or do you think they might, try and put it mid lane if they can?
I don't know quite yet. I think you'd rather have a bit more utility out of your mid laner, but then again, it's all down to how do you want to answer this Lycan now. Because your Slark is not going to be able to put up that much resistance against it in lane. Like, the Lycan is he will out-regen you, he will bully your support away, especially if it's a silencer. Lycan does not care. Yeah. And you're going to need some utility in the game to deal with that Lycan. The problem is that most of the heroes that deal well with it are either supports or safe laners. I think about the Troll Warlord, for example. Well, you're not going to pick a Troll hero on Spawn Team. You're going to pick... I don't know. Sand King's not a hero. Winter Wyvern is a support, and that leaves you very, very light. Anything you might have? Timbersaw? Question mark? Doesn't feel good against Bat Disruptor, but you gotta do something. Yeah. Kunkka?
Definitely feels that no matter what they go for, it's not going to sort of answer all the things they need to do. So they're going to have to compromise on something. And it's definitely an awkward situation to be right now. With the Marcy, do you think it's like guaranteed to be the 4? Or do you think they might try and put that as like their offlaner perhaps and then pick up a support instead?
I think that normally you'd look at that Marcy as an offlaner. But right now I think the only support that could maybe be worth it is Winter Wyvern. And even then... I don't know.
I mean, you can definitely tell that they're struggling to think of it right now. They've chewed up pretty much all their reserve time. Only got 15 seconds left on the clock, but they're going to go for a Phoenix pick.
Phoenix?
Okay. I mean...
Question mark?
I suppose, really, Lycan's the only real good egg here at the moment. Batrider's kind of mediocre at it. So I guess in that regard, it kind of... it sounds kind of good. But obviously, Vessuwan could potentially pick up another way of dealing with the egg here as their final pick. And again, this is where they sort of cement where people are going right now. Because as you were saying, Lycan could be off lane, he could be carry. Batrider could be off lane, he could be mid. So they can really figure out where they actually want people to go right now.
Maybe Vessuwan has a little bit too many options, though. Like, that's going to weigh them down for sure. Do you even want to... I don't know. I feel like you can just pop Overgrowth and not deal with the egg at all. But yeah, you know what Vessuwan say? That's fine. We've got like the Overgrowth to protect. We've got the Lycan as going to be running at your backliners. We've got the Batrider as well. We think we can create enough chaos in these fights that your limited lockdown is not enough to actually get on top of our sniper, which is a bit of a gamble, might I say, because you are in a Slark matchup.
Yeah, Slark can always get on top. Marcy as well is pretty good at reaching into the back lines on top of that, so could be some little problems to address. So I imagine... Oh wait, it's actually a mid sniper. I thought it was going to be a carry sniper. Okay, so mid sniper, carry Lycan, and they are actually going to put the Batrider versus the Slark. I thought that would have been like the main matchup they would have tried to avoid, but they're going for it anyway.
Another shenanigan has been pulled right now. Like, I am pretty sure, like, 98% that Mamang Daya is Spawn Team's mid laner. He has selected the Phoenix.
Okay, this is very interesting. All right, so
This is spicy.
we'll have Phoenix Sniper mid lane matchup. I think that's probably one matchup I have never ever seen in the mid. Like, going off memory, that is completely brand new and fresh for me.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea about who comes out on top? I would assume Sniper, but I have no idea.
I actually don't know about the Sniper coming out on top there. Phoenix is actually a very strong laner if you can land the fire spirits versus anybody who is reliant on physical damage in order to trade. Sniper does not push the lane out very far, does not have a range advantage to start with, and it's not very mobile either. So if the Phoenix can get a gank coming from the side lane, then the Sniper is food, really.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is just guesswork, right? But I'm guessing that this Phoenix might actually have a good lane. A way better one than a Viper would have had, for sure. But man, Mangang Daya just says like, okay, what do I got? Viper or Phoenix? Sure, give me Phoenix. I like that in a mid laner.
Yeah, he feels confident about it. I mean, he's silver tier on it as well. So it's not like he spammed the hell out of this hero. So,
Yeah.
sometimes when you see these really niche mid heroes come out, like people are level 30 on it or something like that, you could just see that they just relentlessly spam the hell out of this hero. But not the case this time round. But we will see how he ends up performing on it. It's gonna be interesting for sure. I'm gonna be spending
Yes.
a lot of attention watching this mid.
I mean, one of the reasons that we don't see core Phoenix at all is because you can just, if you press R, you might just immediately die, and it literally does not matter how farmed you are, whatever else you've done. It's just you can lose a core in the blink of an eye if he presses R at the wrong moment, which is, not many mid players are game to take that risk. And Mamang Daya, Silver Phoenix player, I hope that he's just got the confidence to finger paint it in this game. Because if he doesn't, then we're going to see very scared play out of a hero that needs to press R in order to win the fights.
Yeah, that is very, very true. It's going to be whether he's got those balls of steel to just fully commit for it or not in certain situations. As well, normally when you see a Phoenix, well, actually, never mind talk about that. Trapping to the bot lane. I think he's just dead right now, yeah? Just right-click swinging him from my 93 with the Napalm stack. And Jikroy, he's actually already taken Essence Shift. He can't purge away these stacks. I think he knows he's just dead right now. He can't get himself out of this. BB getting involved. Wants to try and get the return. Got to my 93. Is so close, but he can't get it. This is an absolute disaster start for Spawn Team.
Yep, and you can see Mamang Daya even hovering to the side of his lane there, imagining, okay, well, at least they get the return kill there. But he was thinking, like, do I really take dive here and try to secure that kill? And he's like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of thing. You get one kill.
Guys, chill!
What is happening in this game? We got 5 kills and not even a minute in right now. This is just action-packed everywhere. Oh,
And it's not like they were all in the same location or something.
No, it's like every single lane there is people dying, people dropping, and I mean that is a complete opposite of the last series we had, wasn't it? Like it took ages before we start to see these sort of numbers of people dropping, but hey, these two teams, they're both coming out swinging, and hey, that's how you get an entertaining game of Dota.
Absolutely. So this bot lane, Jikroy is going to get level 2 now, can get the Dark Pact if he so wishes, and that cleans up his entire lane versus the Bat Rider, but the Bat gets level 2 here as well.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of... He's actually holding on to the skill point, but I feel it's kind of essential, right, to take Dark Pact. Like, I don't think you can afford to wait till level 3.
I mean, maybe you're playing mind games with Boombui. Boombui is like, okay, well, it doesn't matter to... Like, I shouldn't spawn them on him anymore, like, because it's not going to matter. Yeah, he takes it now.
Yeah, we'll just play safer. A little bit of dive into the tier 1 tower at the top there. Red and Delol getting very aggressive down to Lion Axe, but the Wolves just chasing after the Viper do so much work. They get slowly chipped down. Lion Axe getting low. Delol, he can't quite get in range for the dispose. He's 10 units faster, and as a result, they will get that connection. I mean, can he get the trade onto Red? It looks like he actually will. Okay, they kill it, but they do lose the Viper in response. He was able to get the kill and experience, obviously, before he died. But
Mm-hmm.
is that really worth it? Because, I mean, KMP actually did get the kill credit as well.
Yeah, which is really good for... Oh, come on!
Oh, wow. Hammer died and gets solo killed there from BB. I said I was going to pay a lot of attention to this mid lane, but there's been so much happening in the others. I haven't been able to look, and I've missed the damn kill. Oh my god. Back up top, KMP getting bullied under the tower, but okay, he will be fine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this game. There's too much happening.
There is, yeah, and I guess what happened is that Mamang Dai used that dive offensively. Hello, please stop. I want to...
We just can't talk about anything.
Do you just want to take it for a while? Like, this seems prime play-by-play territory.
I mean,
I'll just go like, wow, oh no!
I haven't got enough monitors for this. That's the problem. I don't know where the hell I need to be looking. It's just relentless.
I'll get JJ on the phone.
Oh, and Delol looks like it's going to be another one here. The Thunderstrike going to be able to get the last touch. All right, there is 10 kills at 3 minutes in. At the bot lane as well, my 93 going to drop as well for the final last little touches there from the Silencer. Make that 11. Oh my god, like, there's not even that much CS in all honesty. For 14 minutes in, the highest CS is 16. That is like nothing.
No, nobody gets the last hit because everybody's too busy murdering one another.
Oh, dearie me. I mean, so currently, I mean, the CS there in the mid is pretty even between the Sniper and Phoenix, but obviously Sniper getting that solo kill does bumping up just a little bit. But I say that's actually a 500 gold lead so far, which is pretty sizable for him for just 4 minutes in.
Doing pretty good there, and Mamang Daya is just... I don't want to say struggling, but he definitely has to play very carefully because look how much HP he loses between casting his own spells and then getting hit by the full load of the shrapnel. And these supports in the side lanes are just too busy to actually punish the Sniper for having only one level in the headshot.
Yeah, it's true. It's just like, as soon as the support leaves, they're
Sorry to take aim, excuse me.
KMP up top. Is he going to get pulled out right now? It looks like it.
Yes.
These dots, the stacks are racking up. He made himself into the trees and... Okay, I think they thought the dot down was going to finish him, so they decided to back on out. It does not end up pan out. Instead, they glimpse back Delol, but Delol's like, hey, look, it's an almost dead Lycan. But he can't get the kill anyway. He still drops down. And, okay, KMP.
KMP, are you...
Yeah, he's got to be careful. How's this bot lane going right now? Jikroy, top of CS himself. I think this lane has settled down. Like,
Hyper dies.
Killed a while. Oh, dearie me. It's another death there for Red.
Yeah, I mean, they have no other option on spawn than to go in really hard on this top lane. Otherwise, they just die. And then on this bot lane as well, like, they constantly need to keep up the pressure on Jikroy in order to give Boombui any chance at touching creeps at all.
Oh,
but Jikroy by now is pretty...
Red. Oh, he's gonna get glimpsed back. No. Oh.
Oh.
When will people learn the disruptor? You have to hide in the trees, guys.
Oh, and you're a Viper too. You're literally made of molasses.
Yeah, I mean, he still doesn't even have basic boots, so the walk is super slow. He's going to miss out on a lot, and yeah, this guy, he's already bottom of CS. He's got most deaths as well, I think. It's not looking hard.
He's making the walk of shame without his heals.
Yeah, oh, and another glimpse. It's going to be a death there for Delol for sure. Dominating spree now for KNP at just 6 minutes in.
Yep. As this Lycan is having a whale of a time.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's full. Is that full Dominator? My lord.
Is he actually got it already?
7-minute Dominator.
Oh my lord. How is Spawn Team going to recover now in this lane? Because yeah, it's already looking rough, but now with, you know, a potential Centaur running around or something like that on top, it's looking really, really rough.
Yeah, and the Phoenix pick, I guess, was mostly meant to like set your own goals for the fights and your own goal for the game, but that does mean that you barely answered the Lycan at all. And now he has a good game too. I don't see how you're going to make this one happen.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like there is a lot of pressure on Mamangdao's back, but as you were saying earlier, as soon as he pops his ultimate, you know, he could just get burst down pretty damn quickly. I mean, a lot of the times in drafts when you see people pick a Phoenix, it's in conjunction with like a Mars or something. You know, you could put down the arena
Treant?
to protect the egg, or Treant, yeah, but nothing. This is not really working out.
They just spent their entire engage on going on to down with the Dominator creep, and Red has absolutely nothing to defend himself with, and the lol gets brought back in to get nibbled on as well.
Yeah, this is going to be another run day for KMP. I mean, there is actually TP coding from Mamangdao. He's diving forwards, chucks a couple of spells there onto Lion Axe, and he should be able to bring it down. Oh, he commits the egg! I don't really know. Lion Axe's TP's out as well. What was this egg for? Did he think the kinetic field was his? No, the disruptor was going to get trapped?
I don't know. Maybe he just wanted a refresh on his spells. Maybe he has just given up. It's like, okay, guys, we screwed the pooch in the draft here.
8-minute GG call. That'd be one for the record books for sure.
Not even. I think the earliest GG call, like a serious GG call as well, is at something like 6 minutes.
Really? Was it? Oh my god, that must have been an absolutely disgusting game to watch, but I mean, this game's pretty disgusting as well. Boomboy ends up dropping, although rotation for BB will at least secure the counter kill onto Travins, and Travins was actually had a 4 kill streak, so that's a sizable amount of gold for the sniper.
Very nice. I mean, this game is on Jikroy now. He does have nice matchups against pretty much everything here. Oh, don't make me look at top again, it hurts.
I mean, hey, at the very least, they were able to kill KMP's Dominator creep. So, you know,
yeah.
you got to look on the brighter side of things.
And the Viper is supposed to be the core here as well. Like, I honestly would have favored the Marcy because you get somebody that, you know, actually has power of engagement. You get somebody who will buff up your Slark eventually. And...
yeah.
Viper is just a sitting duck in this game.
Yeah, just can't show his face. Now 2-6, and he's actually just heading mid now. He's like, right, I'm tired of going top and dying. I'm going to try and get what farm I can. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, this is Delol get involved. Stagstormer's going to be there, trying to hold back and see if they can save Boomboy. The glimpse as well on towards the Marcy. Just going to die to all the dots. Jikroy also in some danger right now. He's forced to pop his ultimate. He's trying to hunt for my 93, but he can't even find the tree. And that was their gank attempt there from spawn. Just does not work out at all. But to be honest,
right? They have absolutely no way to lock people down into these fights, right? Like Vessuwan just stick their nose around the corners, like you want this? Everybody on spawn is like, hell yeah, let's go get him, and they just pop back. Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's definitely not panning out the way they wanted. I mean, normally, you know, a lot of kills and stuff benefits the team that has those sort of permanent scaling, you know, like the stolen intelligence from Travins, but he still hasn't even taken Glaives of Wisdom to get the building up. I mean, he's been a part of a lot of kills. But glimpse back onto actually the Phoenix, and the dot damage actually going to be enough to get the kill onto the tree at least.
Yeah, I guess he's using Supernova literally off cooldown at the moment.
Yeah, trying to get maximum value as he can.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do something, right? And this is where, in these kinds of games, you really see the metal of players. Like, what can you do on here you're unfamiliar with in a game that's not looking good for you? Like, are you getting any sort of freedom to just make the best out of that situation? Or are you just gonna put yourself under pressure and make everything worse?
Yeah, and it seems like making things worse is all it seemed to do so far in this game. You never know, something might switch around once we like the 5-on-5 team fights start happening off, and you know, potentially Spawn team could take a victory there. But as it stands, just their two main cores are getting the maximum value out of the map. BB's already got his Maelstrom online with a ton of stats, so getting kills and farming is really, really quick for him. And KMP, he's only 500 gold away from a Helm of the Overlord.
Yikes. I mean, a solid timing for a Helm of the Overlord. I guess for safe lane Lycan, it would probably be like around, I would say like 15 minutes, and like offlane 16, 17 is still very nice. But this is going to be one of the earliest overlords I've ever seen. And then what exactly does Spawn do against that? Like, if you want to take those creeps down, what you need is overwhelming physical damage and being able to stick onto the creep while bringing it down. Like, you know, the PAs of this world are really good at it, or the, you know, Phantom Lancers, that sort of thing. But you have a Slark. Slark does not want to be hitting creeps. He needs to be hitting heroes if he's, you know, on the battlefield, in the field of contact at all, because otherwise he's not going to get stacks and he's just gonna waste his time and eventually die.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely rough. I mean, what about, can the Marcy try and do that job with her ultimate? Can she do that effectively at all?
The support Marcy, who's dangling at the bottom of the net worth. Another egg.
I nearly got the kill actually there onto the Batrider. Couldn't quite finish it. Meanwhile, it looks like Lionax attempts to go for the solo kill and will be able to bring them down there. Nice kill for the old Disruptor.
Yeah, he's dominating on that Disruptor. He's very rich, actually.
Yeah, he's feeling super comfortable. Oh, Jikroy.
Yeah.
Actually able to get a solo kill there. That's nice. That makes it feel better. Oh, meanwhile, the bot lane, Mamang Daya. He did get glimpsed back, able to surge away though, but still the bots, boots of travel TP coming in from Boom Boy, gonna be able to get the grab onto the old Phoenix, and he's like, hang about guys, there's a goddamn dragon, it's only 13 minutes in! He just gets burnt to a crisp.
Unfortunate, but not unpredictable. Hey, this Disruptor is just going to buy a Force Staff, and everything is going to feel absolutely phenomenal for Vessuwan.
I mean, it's already. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that the net worth lead isn't more than it is. It was like definitely a lead. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, BB, there's no way he can survive this. Very nice rotation there for Spawn Team to at last bring down the sniper, and definitely a big target to get. But I feel like they've got to start. They've got to do that a few more times before they can really balance this game out.
I'm just watching the Sisyphean task of Jikroy on the top lane, trying to bring down this tower with a treant behind it who's spouting max level living armor on it. It
feels like a losing battle, that does it? It'll be there forever trying to accomplish this objective. Yeah, you know, eventually, but at the same time, Mamang Daya just dies again in the mids. I think he might have used his Icarus dive to like try and push them off the tower, but ends up just getting killed in response as well as losing that objective. This is, yeah, just really spiraling out of control now for Spawn Team.
Exactly, and this is the moment where the gold lead will most likely start ticking up. Once these towers start falling, the map is going to be very dangerous to play on. Well, at least 2 casual there from Lionax.
At least able to get his ult off to, you know, guarantee this kill onto Reds. And Boom Boy on the hunt, see if they can find Zalal, but there is the Dragon as well as BB. They're able to get the vision on him, and okay, take down 2 heroes, all you lose is your position 5. No, was it the 5 or was it the 4? No, yeah, he was the 5. My 93 is the 4. I always get confused whenever I see a treant with another position 5.
Yeah,
both
doesn't make
feel
sense.
that role.
Okay, but Jikroy is winning. Jikroy is winning against the tower.
Hey! With the helping hand there from Travens, slowly throwing his glaives that were probably doing about 5 damage a whack. But hey,
yeah,
every little helps.
Yeah, and it's about the extra threat as well, right? Well, it's easy for the treant to make his stand there. And as much as I like making fun of it, like a Slark versus tower, this is very important. Like, if you don't get this tower, you're going to be squeezed all the way on your own side of the map, with that TP point available for the Batrider there as well. So you got to take the tower, and Jikroy did exactly what was necessary there.
Yeah, like saying, without it, the area that he can effectively farm is just severely reduced, and yeah, he struggles a lot. But he has now just completed his Aghanim Scepter, which is, you know, a pretty decent timing, to be fair. 16 minutes in. Got the Oblivion stuff, which I assume he'll turn back into the Echo Saber momentarily when he gets the money. But depends if he's actually going to be able to get use out of this early Ags or not. They're looking to Boom Boy there. Zalol, first leap doesn't land, but the second one definitely does. Zalol, can he get close enough to land the toss? But instead, Boom Boy just turns around with the flame, and that's what Jikroy's taking a heck of a beating. Will be able to disengage, and Zalol forced to sort of just throw his body in there to allow his core to get out alive. Now he's going to come back on in, lands the leash, and will be able to bring down the Batrider. So okay, it sort of works out in the end, but not quite as seamless as you would like. Meanwhile, the Viper dies for the 8th time this game.
At this point, I mean, I'm surprised he's not lower on the net worth than he is already, frankly. He's I mean, he's been putting points into the nether toxin. Like, he's on the 333 train right now. I don't think I've seen that very often at all. He's just like, oh god, I gotta live. I gotta farm. I also gotta deal single target damage. I'll just, you know, smear my points out.
Yeah, not quite sure what he needs to focus on, but tier 2 tower already down 17 minutes. And really just closing out all the objective Vessuwan. But so actually going in, there is going to be the global silence there for Travis, try and hold him back. They're focused on to -3 before he can get his ult off, and they do successfully do that. Down he goes, trader supports for now. And the rest of the Spawn team can only disengage, can't really overstay their welcome. But I say that, and they're actually pushing out aggressively. See if they're able to find anybody, as UD Vessuwan, we're all sort of like TPing out. There's no sniper here anymore. But still with the high ground wards. They see Jitcroy, but obviously because of his ultimate, he realizes they have the vision, and he does not overextend.
And his team firmly standing behind him. This sniper has just got himself the full Hurricane Pike, by the way, so he is not scared anymore at all.
Oh, so yeah, he's just going to right click from far. They did land the ultimate to Jitcroy, but he was able to get his ultimate first at least, but is it going to make any difference? They block him up so he can't leap away. The egg is there. Does it explode? It does. Just able to get that off. But Mama and Dyer be able to leap away, but KMP feeling relentless, charging forwards. They get the glimpse with the vision. Mamang Dyer in a world of hurt. He is stuck. Meanwhile, Delal and Travins are here themselves, and there's going to be the overgo from 93, securing the kill onto the supports, and every single person from Spawn team is dead. Ultra kill for KMP, and they are 100% running away.
This is where I would call it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it. Like they've got the much sort of squishier draft, and they're already behind by 6k. It's definitely getting to that point.
And they have absolutely no playmaking capabilities as well either. Like, they don't have a way to force any fights. They don't have enough burst damage to get any pickoffs. They don't have enough split push to buy any time. It's just none of the standard options are available to you right now.
Yeah, they got too many things they need to focus on as well. It's like, do they go for BB? If they do, then KMP's just in the back lines tearing people to pieces. If they go for KMP, then BB's there just right-clicking away, doing all the all the work he wants. And yeah, they're just really stuck between a rock and a hard place. Travin shows himself for a second, but that's all he manages to last for. He is gone, and this should be the first Roshan going into the hands of Vessuwan.
Yeah, I'm having a very interesting sort of hang right now. I can see the heroes cast all of their spells and attack. They're just stuck in the places where they were like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, what, all around the bottom?
Yeah, they're on bottom. Like, so BB's not attacking anymore right now.
Oh, that's a pretty strange bug. I've not heard of that one before.
Yeah.
Very peculiar.
Yeah.
Oh. Reds.
He's shooting again.
Death number 10. Yeah. So he's still not moving. Can you it sounds like you might have to restart or something if everyone's stuck.
Yeah, I'm going to. I was just very amused by what's going on here, so I will.
You have to take a screenshot or something before, just say just document it. And still, second tier 2 gone, the mid now opened up, and it looks like UD Vessuwan not interested in going back. Gonna start knocking onto the high ground tier 3 right now. And there's absolutely nothing Spawn team could do to stop it. KMP's randomly pressed his ult. Okay, I guess he's just gonna run up high ground and start beating into it as well. And Glyph will just delay this for now, but that's all it will do is delay. There's another creep wave coming in. Surely Vessuwan are going to commit for this tower. They're all falling back though. Not interested at forcing the issue.
Yeah, they got some minutes left on that Aegis. They can farm up a little bit more. Get themselves, let's see what kind of items are in the shopping carts currently.
Quite a lot.
Extra 4 staffs. Yeah, BB has a lot that he wants to buy, but none of it necessarily going to immediately make a big difference. Like, you'd like to get the full crit, but I don't think you'd have to sit around and wait just for the Chrysalis, you know?
Yeah, 100%. He's a ways off it. I mean, they're strong enough already. Like, these items would just be a little bonus, like I say, and not necessary whatsoever.
Blink on Boom Buoy, that's the one, of course. Blink Dagger for the high ground for a Bat Rider, that is exactly the ticket. So yeah, I imagine they're waiting for that. Unless they get a good pick off here. Maybe 2.
So they're going for it. First foul. Nice overgrip there for my 93. Finding Mamman Die in the back lines. He has got the Ghost Scepter up to the high ground, but it's TP. It's actually on cooldown for another second. Now it's going to be there, and it's just enough. No, the glimpse! That's where it's like, you know, if there was ever a patch which reduced TP cooldown by 2 seconds, those are the times where it would make a massive, massive difference. But unfortunately there for Mamangaya, he does just get caught out.
And I imagine Lionex actually had to press the glimpse on the hero portrait there, because you can't click that Phoenix anymore.
Yeah, this is gone. Does clicking spells on enemy portraits work?
I do believe so, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was his teammate ones. That's cool to know.
No, I distinctly remember doing that, but
Oh, they got a little game
maybe I'm wrong actually.
Maybe it's one of those things we have to do like a little test, see if it actually does work.
Yeah, because
he's
no, it can't work. It can't work.
It doesn't work.
I'm lying to you. Yeah, because otherwise you could like cast on a Phantom Lancer, for example. You could just cast. So no, it definitely should not work. Excuse me.
That's true.
I thought I was being clever, and instead I talked myself into saying rubbish.
You know, sometimes it happens. You gotta like put yourself out there. Oh, the flaming lasso gets the catch onto Mamangaya mid-dive, and they are disintegrated. And yes, 40, they just tap out. GG is called. BB will die, but it doesn't even matter. That is Vessuwan taking the first game of this best of 2.
Yep, and in absolutely dominating fashion. I mean, it's mostly down to the draft, though. Like, if you don't win with this draft, with the sniper Lycan versus such a Frankenstein together lineup of Spawn, like you would have to really ask yourself where did it go wrong, and how can I disappoint my mother so much? Like this was one of the clearest draft wins I've seen in a while.
Yeah, definitely. It's all like one of those situations where if it goes wrong, you slam it and you say it's absolutely god awful. But if it works, you're like, wow, that is the biggest brain play I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, it was definitely out there. The mid Phoenix did not feel this pick whatsoever.
No, and I thought that at the very least, if the sniper goes for a shrapnel build, you'll be able to sort of work around it. You have like a little bit of mobility, that sort of thing. But his spells are all just too long cooldown to actually do anything versus that sniper. And he doesn't even get like a good enough start to start making use of, for example, the runes. And what's the Phoenix going to do with a rune anyway? Like you don't get to spam any spells on the wave or something. Like you're just waiting half a minute every time after you've done something. You get 1 spell per wave. That's just, in this day and age, you can't play mid like that.
No, yeah, it was definitely weird. It's like we were saying as well earlier, he's only a level 11 on that hero, so it's clearly not something he's done very often. So yeah, maybe just put a little bit out of his comfort zone there. Maybe they had like some sort of idea in the draft about a Phoenix, and yeah, just didn't really work out. But you know, these are the things they got to try. I mean, we were saying earlier that they have to win 1 game out of 4 to make their way through the groups. That is 1 down. You know, they can't make many more of these mistakes. They got to sort of figure it out. And yeah, we'll see what they're going to be able to go into the future. But Vessuwan, that is 100% a better showing than we just saw them do. I'm sure that's a big confidence boost for them.
It is, yeah, and they too, like we saw Reaper released previously while the pressure was on Vessuwan. Now the pressure is on Spawn Team, even though it's a lot less than was on Vessuwan before. But yeah, Vessuwan too looked pretty unleashed here, and I'd like to see if they can keep on continue doing that.
Yeah, and we shall see. Obviously, 1 more game to go, guys, which will be in about 10 minutes' time, so not too long at all. Just enough for a little break. And yeah, we will be back for Spawn Team versus UD Vessuwan, so we'll see you then.